Hello all, hope you is good. Welcome back to Europe Universalis 4 with France. So last time, I ended the episode by going into corruption debt as well, by the way, but I built a whole load of courthouses and state houses to compensate for all this extra land I took from the Ottomans. I basically have about half of the Balkans now, so I'll grab the other half in another war versus the Ottomans. For now, I'll need to get back all of my troops, with the exception of the 80k that's right next to Rhodes. They need to stay put. Everyone else needs to start making their way back towards... I don't know. Let's go this way, actually. I think the next war might be the Iberian War, quite frankly. So let's get this moving. That should be everyone moving who's in... Yep, that's everyone moving who's black flagged, with the exception of the dudes who are going to come across via the sea and take out Rhodes. So that's good. I also unfortunately lost my Conquest CB against the Ottomans. The single claim I made. Oh no, it's gone. Anyway, let's make more claims. Spain has entered into a coalition. Don't care. We'll go into Rhodes because, as mentioned, moving into the sea zone resets your black flag. So I'm just going to go straight for Rhodes. Also, I need to deal with Istria. Oh, I'm already dealing with it. I don't know how they got 3k though. Maybe they boated them up before I went onto the province? I don't think they did. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? Morocco tells us of the beta. Oh, flint glass and lead crystal. Oh, cool. The little 2/3 PM Morocco is getting some fancy little events on the go. Unfortunately, grain is worth pretty much literally nothing now. But that's okay. It's there for the manpower, not for anything else. And this is the other 2k that's meant to help out with Brazil. So let's put it in there as such. Separatist sentiment. I am 100% avoiding the button. And let's go for... So, I can do either one or two things. I can either do the political absolutism, which would let me do the control of the monetary policy, which then gives me the thing for no absolutism. Or I can take an extra free policy. I'm not considering right to petition. I've already got no stability on monarch death from the court and innovative policy. And also court's giving me +1 dip skill, so I'm not too worried about that. So it's really one of these two for fun. Logic dictates it should be political absolutism, but fun dictates it should be legislative houses. Yeet. So let's put on the Toilet Paper Act. Nice. And the morale damage received. I'll shuffle those around later, but for now, there we go. I've also fulfilled a mission. I don't know what. Oh yeah, of course, the legal system. Duh. So now, courthouses and town halls now give 1 local unrest in their provinces. Neat. Then the last one is fires of industry. I need to become economic hegemon. I'll do that just fine. I mean, it says one of the following, either golden era hegemon or income, but the income 1000 is the precipice for economic hegemon. I suppose it gives the condition because somebody else might have got EH before you, so the income would still apply to be the equivalent of it. Have a furnace will happen soon enough. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces to count just without looking properly. About 8 or 9. That's without counting for the ones that I might have offshore in overseas lands. Also, I've dropped to 877 income. I suppose something to do with no longer having the Ottoman land under siege for the extra trade push. So yeah, Venice wants peace. I mean, you can have peace once we've taken Rhodes. I'm going to sit on the war exhaustion here. I mean, I'm sitting on the unrest as it is, so... Let's also harsh treatment Ragusa. Because remember, it's only 5 sword mana regardless of the rebel size or rebel quantity. Or rebel size and quantity would indicate the same thing. You know what I mean? Regardless of the size, I spend 5 mil. Thanks to being like 20% over the reduction floor. Which is kind of neat. Let's just continue to get a couple more courthouses. About that will do. If I just randomly click. It's the first of the month, so the game's just working out what to do. Let's spend some money on manufactories. There's a couple of relatively okay ones in here. I'm not saying they're great, but they're relatively okay. They're mostly done. That's good. But remember, the OPM of Strasbourg got the institution. I will, however, be taking Strasbourg later, I'm sure. Call for pizzas kicked in. No thanks, I'm not hungry. And then I can no longer take sanctioned commercial monopoly. I fulfilled the mercantilism is less than 100% modifier. So actually, I can't get any more. There you go. Maxed out mercantilism. Thank you very much. We'll take that. Manufactories appeared in Paris. Yep, because it only took 9 months total. Because I was getting just under 12.5. If it was 12.5 a month, it would have been 8. But no, it had to be a pain. Let's sit you in, say... Okay. And you can sit in, say, Rome. So then once I've taken Istria and Rhodes, the plan will actually be, genuinely, non-sarcastically, drill and chill. I need to gain back manpower. I need to gain back professionalism. My units need drill modifiers on them. Whole bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to move some of the armies into the Dutch lands, so that the supply limit is accounted for. Like the Hague and Holland do a better job than the provinces I'm currently stood in. So that's good. Oops, didn't mean to like press start, but I was. I don't know. Whatever. Don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I fat fingered the key is what I'm trying to say. Also bear in mind that with my increased force limit I'll have more musketeers. So the plan will be to build more musketeers. Add them to armies and then begin to build the 60-0-40 forces. I'm only 78k men in the hole now. So that's pretty good. Also, when I take Rhodes here, I will actually increase autonomy in it. Don't worry, I've got loads of things to offset the loss of the absolutism, of course. I'm not fussed. I won't worry about it if you won't. Okay, Rhodes is finished. So I'll take Rhodes and Istria. I can't be bothered to do it as 2 separate peace deals. Let's just do it like this. So I'm going to increase autonomy in Rhodes and Istria. Yeah, let's say and Istria. And then let's grab the army and send it back to... I'll send the fleet around, actually. We'll put this into Antwerp. Put the fleet back in the more quote-unquote correct side. So, into Antwerp you go. I can also seize land again. And Australia are just doing amazingly. Considering I sort of left them high and dry, they're doing good. You could say they are both surviving and thriving. And yeah, to offset the loss of the absolutism, I'm just going to harsh treatment a couple places. You know how it goes. I'll put it back up to 100. You lose 2 absolutism, I think, for every time you increase autonomy. Yeah, 2 per 20 development, actually. I knew the number 2 came into it somewhere, but I didn't realise it was per development. I thought it was per increase of autonomy. That's the little catch that I clearly didn't. Right, so everyone's drilling except for the army being ferried, which is a very good job. And like I say, I've got more musketeers available to the tune of 40 more. Okay, 39. Good enough, right? Once this is all once this is all caught up, I'll probably statefy it as well. You can see that with all the buildings I've been building, I'm nearly back to my gov cap, and the coup de grace is that I'm going to go below it because I'm still building some of the state houses, I believe. I could be mistaken. Yeah, some of the state houses are still being built, look. So I'm going to be shot right under. And again, when I get more gov reform, I'll be able to centralise states and just get back half of the amount. And it will be good. Plus, centralising the state, of course, with my bonuses I received, also will give me development everywhere. So I'm going to be super souped up. It's going to be marvellous when you see it all in action. Is what I'd like to hope for. Greek separatism. Okay. I really couldn't be bothered about that. In the meantime, yeah, it's unfortunately this one's just going to be more of a drill and chill, I'm afraid. I need to regain manpower. I want positive amounts. I need to earn an extra 200 or so thousand. Yeah, I'm at 597 with 897, so actually I've got exactly 300,000 more troops to build. Which will take me 30 months, no, 35, like 40 months to get the manpower for it all. So let's kick this up a notch, shall we? Go speed 5. Double check the rebels. Spend an exuberant amount on the harsh treatment. Oh wait, it's only 5 mil power. Humorously. Get rid of the Serbians. Get rid of the Bulgarians. We can just deal with the revolts in real time. Kind of deal. Go. Rebellion's caught in 4K. Except actually I believe that my videos process up to 1080. Don't know if they actually come out into proper 1080 quality, but I try to get them to render as such. More money, which will go into what though? Any good trade depots around here? I mean, there's trade depots. Good as a stretch, but we've got some. Ducats from Scotland, yeah, I can do that. Also, what's this about? Right, hold on. Chambers of Reunion. Okay, let's see here. The reunion was recognised by the Emperor in 1684 Truce of Regensburg, mostly because the Emperor was preoccupied by the Turkish menace. Yeah, that's the Siege of Vienna 1683. That's the Winged Hussars malarkey, I believe. And the Anti-French League of Augsburg. Let's let the matter fall. I'm not fussed either way. It's just a relations thing, who cares? If that was going to lead to giving me claims, then so be it. Oh well, such is life. Also, in the next war versus the Ottomans, I definitely want Athens, because it's going to give me the Parthenon, which is advisor costs, just to make it even more cheaper. Even more cheaper. That is a sentence. Wallachian separatists, 80%. How about no? Transylvanians, how about no? Take your Dracula. Bacula away. My truce with AH is up April 58, so I've got 7 years to prepare for a war versus Austria-Hungary. Plenty of time. Look at that, we've actually got a positive manpower value now. That's kind of neat. I can get behind that. And then let's grab Amsterdam Bourse up another level. Yeah, let's just get Amsterdam Bourse up another level then. Fine by me. And we'll summon the Diet for manpower level at least 50%. Let's just grab Devon has a manufactory, honestly. And Devon is... Dun da da da. Whoa. Wow. Then let's put this army... Is there somewhere better than Bordeaux? That's 50. There's a million provinces better than Bordeaux. Let's put them in Armor. Or I can ferry them up to London when I inevitably declare war on the Anglo-Iberian Union. Whatever. Let's just keep on the mainland and just carry on drilling. Doesn't matter where they drill, as long as they chill. And centres of trade. Let's go this up to level 2. When I can click the button properly, that'd be nice. Ragusa's level 1, that can go to level 2. Then Istria's level 1, that can go to level 2. Marvellous. I haven't even been checking on my trading, my colonial nations on their things. I've just been hoping they've been upgrading them accordingly. Which does look like it's kind of the case. Kind of the case. Not exactly the case though. Let's say we must force them to pay. Then that needs 10 development. It shall have 10 development. And then they upgrade their own centres of trade. Did you see that? It went from 1 to 2 in real time because I devved it for them. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to give you ducats actually. Let's just do this. Another consideration I'm having is to take Suez and Sharkia from the Mamluks and take the Suez Canal. But due to the fact that I'm now trying to keep my borders somewhat pretty, I'm going to maintain this prettiness as much as I can. It will be once I take out the Ottomans through to Anatolia before I then take on the Mamluks. I know that's very nitpicky and precise, but I'm quite liking doing it this way now, to be honest. So, I can build 60 more units right now. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Hold on, 125. On stop. Whoa. There we go. Too many pop-ups, not enough everything else. Go. I accidentally built one extra, so up to 136 of my musketeers out of 139. You know what? Why not just go hog if you're going to accidentally do an extra one? Let's send it up to 139. And then I'll put all the 1Ks together, and then I'll send them to distribute it out into their correct stacks accordingly. I don't think I need any more individual armies for now. I might make an extra one later, but for now it's okay. I'll just send the ones I have to 100. I think. So let's grab everything that's not a proper stack. AKA remove the ones at the top of the list. And then, why is it saying 40? Oh, because I actually have built like 43 of them. So we'll send them all down to this province here. And again, I'm just going to separate them all off once they're together. I know that's more time consuming, but oh well, it's my choice. This army definitely needs some. Also, definitely needs some cannons, actually. That's what they could do with the cannons. Extra 1. The extra 2. Extra money from my colonial nations, how nice. And I have 67 gov reforms, so now I can enact the first of hopefully many state centralizations. Let's just make it a Puglia. We'll just go down the list, I think. Also, I need to actually statify some more land here. So let's have a look. I need to statify this. Hold on. Abandoned state, that's a trade company. Silly me. Yeah, if it's not a trading company, it needs to be a state. If it's a trading company, it needs to stay as a territory. Hold on, Eastern Polynesia. I'll put Eastern Polynesia into the Polynesian Triangle. Macedonia. Nope. 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 Shame you can't just assign them into a trade company from here. But that's okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. Then statify this. A little bit of admin spent, not a problem. And then let's just kick it up into the next gear. And I need 8 units. Because I saw that the ones in Rome are 52-0. So let's go 5, 6, 7, 8. They'll go down to Rome. Also, Serbian separatists in Kosovo. Someone wasn't paying attention. Right, we'll undrill this and attack the separatists in Kosovo. With that, let's try and keep a better eye on the separatists. Not the first time I took my eyes off the prize. Mind you, the rebel list isn't really that long, is it? I'm still going to send the 8k to Rome, though. So someone stopped drilling. It says Army of Flanders, but they're not actually in Flanders. That's the secret. There's a better general. So, let's see here. If I do this, we'll send some 10k stacks, because I know a lot of these will just need 10k. Because most of them only need 20k more troops, and that's half infantry and half cannons. Yep. And then you'll go into Paris. We'll take off... Actually, no, let's just put the 16k into somewhere. Like Co. Or no, hold on. Then we take the 6 here. And then this is the beginning of another stack. I know I said I didn't want any more stacks, but one more won't hurt. To be honest, I'm content with that. Let's also grab a couple more courthouses. Don't worry, I'll try and do a lot more of this off camera than on camera. as it were. Alright, so actually, we're going to end this episode here preemptively. I've got a couple of things to do. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.